Welcome to my ServiceNow Bytes. I'm Daniel, and in this short episode, I will show you two ways how we can render 3D files within a ServiceNow page using an external library like Three.JS. Both of the demos are available on GitHub, and you can find the links in the description down below. The goal is actually simple. We want to visualize a 3D file, like a GLB or GLTF, directly in a ServiceNow page by leveraging a 3D library like Three.JS, as shown on the screen. This idea actually started from a real customer scenario. They wanted to have a digital twin of their products to help technicians service complex machinery. Imagine selecting a work order task in ServiceNow and instantly seeing a 3D model of the equipment, making troubleshooting and maintenance much faster and more intuitive. First, a custom UX component created with the ServiceNow CLI or command line interface. Here you see the component already loaded and embedded in a portal page. The component performs a basic animation of the 3D object. I intentionally kept it minimal and did not add any interactive controls like zooming or panning. Looking at the UI builder, here's the component loaded on a page. And you can see the component actually just exposes one property, a URL, to the 3D file. In my case, I linked a sysattachment record onto the ServiceNow instance. The component also reacts to the container sizing. So if I go one level up to the container and, for example, take the width down a little bit, we can see the component be resized accordingly. So if needed, the component can be extended with additional features and capabilities of the library that we use. In that case, Three.JS, we could use camera controls, lighting options, or any other additional property that is required. For a full description of how it's been done and what you can do, check the GitHub repository below. Next, a UI page created entirely from a single prompt using BuildAgent. BuildAgent created the whole page, including a record selection box, finding records in the table that I told him. We take select the record here, we'll find the attachment in there, load the attachment, and it also enabled basic controls like zooming, tilting, and panning around. Building that one was actually incredibly simple using BuildAgent. Here you can see the ServiceNow IDE with our BuildAgent on the right-hand side. As you can see, I just used one prompt saying I want an app to render a GLB file using Three.JS library, and I told him in which table I want to store the GLB file. BuildAgent then went forward, did a whole bunch of things, took a couple of minutes to generate, and when it was complete, it basically, scrolling down, told me, hey, here's your application, that's the features, that's the implementation, and there's a link to your page. That was it, all working within minutes. Here they are both in action. On the left-hand side, you see again the custom component, bound with an attachment URL and our smooth auto rotate. The right-hand side is the BuildAgent created page with the record selector and the mouse controls. Now, why would you choose one over the other? With the UX component, you get a clean encapsulated component ready to use and ready to reuse. You may use it and drop it on any number of pages in your environment, a record page, a portal page. You can imagine that. So it's very simple to reuse and use it again and again with a very simple API and a very predicted behavior. The UI page on the other side, built by BuildAgent, is very fast to build and very easy right now for the interactivity. You can play around, test around, build proof of concepts really fast. And the AI-assisted scaffolding helps you find out code pieces that you might be reusing or extending when building a real component. So the choice is up to you. That's it for this Now Byte episode. 2 practical patterns for bringing an external library, in this case Three.JS, into ServiceNow. That pattern can be used for basically any library you can find on npm.js or somewhere. If you need more details and want to find out how, again, check the GitHub repos below. Like, subscribe, and drop your questions into the comments. See you in the next Now Byte episode.